Anisa Brenee. My occupation is I am a media personality and entertainment host. So, my typical day to day is honestly, I do a lot more influencer work right now, being that COVID is such a thing. So, I do a lot of social media campaigns and posting for different brands. But as the world opens back up, typically what I'm doing is hosting events, helping put events together, and doing interviews. I think what I love most about being an entertainment personality is really just the people interaction. I know we're probably going to talk a lot about what this last year has looked like for a lot of people, but not having that, face to face or even being able to touch the people that you love or that you're used to seeing at these different events, that's probably been the hardest part. But I mean, just every time you get on that stage, you grab a microphone, just seeing people react to you, I think that's where the rush comes from. But also putting smiles on people's faces. Like we work all day long just to get 5 minutes off and a little time outside. So I think for me, that's probably the best part. It's gonna sound really bad. I got into this industry, it was around maybe 2014, I want to say. It was right when social media was really, really buzzing and people were starting to figure out how to learn Instagram and things like that. So I was trying to win some bundles off of Instagram. They're like, hey, post a picture of yourself, get people to repost it. I said, dang, I've never had a weave before. Let's see if I can win it. And so I had this picture taken because at the time I was in modeling and acting classes. Whoo, child. And so that was like my freshman, sophomore year of college. And every weekend I would be gone to take my classes or whatever. And then I saw this on Instagram. Long story short, all my friends reposted the photo. And this is when people were okay posting like shout out for shout out or reposting stuff on their page. Now people are a little sensitive, so they don't really like to repost if it's not them in it. um so yeah, that happened. I ended up winning the bundles and the shoot, and so I was like, okay, this might be for me, this might be my calling. So I finally got out of that shell, and at the same time I was studying radio specifically at West Georgia. So that was it was like everything was happening at one time. Oh my gosh, I can use this social media piece that I'm learning how to do on my own, transfer it over to the radio station. How can I grow my show? Blah, blah, blah. And then boom, we're rolling. Well, yeah, for sure. I think being a Black woman in radio, let's just start with school. Internet radio, a lot of schools don't have that outlet. So I was really blessed to have that at West Georgia. But it didn't start out me. It was never just me. When I got to West Georgia, there were all these different organizations you could join and all that stuff, like many other universities and colleges have. So I was on a show called Chick Chat with two other girls. I started as just a guest, came in, and then I had to go through a training program in order to even touch another microphone and not be a guest. And so once I did that, one of the girls was graduating. So they brought me in, which was so dope because I just thought, okay, it's girl talk all day long. I get to kiki with some of my friends for an hour. This is amazing. And also, I had grown up listening to Frankie and Wanda in the morning on B103 in Atlanta when my mom got me my first radio in like sixth grade. She was like, I am not waking you up anymore. So that was that. But I think now the way radio has gone with, everybody's trying to keep up. We have social media now where every page almost is some kind of blog site. If you're on Twitter, then you are so immersed in everything. So now radio is on this thing where, okay, now we got to keep up with the blogs. We got to report all this stuff in real time. And it also just depends on which lane of radio you're going into. Do you want to do talk radio because that talk is more political, or do you want to do pop culture? Do you want to do hip hop and R&B? It's just so much. So for me, over the last few years, I haven't been as involved in radio because when I graduated from college, I thought it was in a completely different place. I was about the connections, about, I didn't know what Frankie and Wanda looked like growing up. That was the mystery of radio. You're developing these connections with people that you've never met before, but you just can't stop listening to them. So that's what got me to this point. But now it's a lot. It's hard to be a Black woman in radio. It's hard to have a voice in any room. So to be on hundreds and thousands of people's airwaves, it's a little intimidating, but it's super empowering at the same time. But you also just got to realize, what lane do you want to go down? Do you want to be the person, reporting the gossip, or do you want to be the person with a podcast, having a voice and making a change because you make your own rules? It's it's figure out. Start from the bottom, or start from the bottom, get a job. And right now I'm choosing start my own platform, use your own voice, say what you need to say. So that's kind of where I am now. I would tell a young lady interested in the entertainment field or being a host. I'm a host. What's up? It's me. I think I would tell her, be bold and be who you are, because it's very easy to get caught up in this industry. It's very easy to try to please other people, but what what gets you those bookings, what um, opens all those doors for you is you being who you are. Because everybody puts on a different face when the cameras start rolling or when the opportunities start coming out. So things to think about for sure, but I would just say be you.